Good morning, my fellow yoga travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. All right, for the new people out there, at first, a beginner. Every winner was once a beginner. What I've tried to do to stay connected to my beginner's mind is I ask my younger friends who are more computer literate than I to help me join the generation of the future. I upgrade my computer literacy. Even if it's awkward at first, I learn new skills. I'm really capable. I just have to be shown. I prefer the human face instead of like a tutorial, but I'm learning to do both. So I'm an adult rookie, and I keep reminding myself there never was a winner who was not at first a beginner. So I give myself space and patience to develop new skills. But in addition to doing things online, I don't want virtual reality only. I insist on the real thing. Let other people put their life on layaway. I want to live in prime time. So in order not to be completely hacked by my phone or the computer, which is always telling me to click again and have the algorithms hook me into paying attention to what's happening there, I make sure that I spend enough time in reality doing physical things. As I like to say, you want to learn companion planting for your basil or your tomato? Fine, go online, look it up. But then you got to get in the garden and get dirt under your fingernails. So don't let virtual reality be a replacement for actual reality. Nonetheless, I want to move on again to talking about myth and cosmos. You have to begin somewhere. As they say, illud tempus, in that time, something had to happen. The Big Bang, the cosmic golden orb, the egg, the woman who fell from the sky giving birth to twins, whatever metaphor you want. But you have to start somewhere. Let there be light. And the reason why I go for mythology is if you see the things that are being offered to us today to find meaning in life, the obvious bankruptcy of those points of view becomes clear. And so mythology is the eruption of the sacred into human experience. Archaic people had a clear idea of how to have a distinct encounter with the numinous, the holy. And they made a difference between the sacred and the profane. Now, myth is not bamboozlement, believing something that you know isn't true. It puts you in touch with the well springs of life, the fountainhead of life. It takes you out of history. Otherwise, without that orientation, we're lost in the terrors of history, the catastrophe of existence, the nightmare of history. Myth moves you out of that time into a timeless realm, the paradisal realm. So we're a species that mythologizes. And if you don't think you're doing it, and if you don't think you're involved, validating and participating in some kind of communal mythology, my wife would say some cult, right? Then you're probably possessed by a personal mythology, which usually doesn't go very far because it's all about you instead of expanding to the great other. But mythology will heighten your own sense of personal significance, but as connected to your community, or in our day and age, probably the planetary community. No important work can be done, decisive work can be done, if you're immobilized and you're not enthusiastic. So you have to find your center. That's called the axis mundi. When you go there, you're connected to the origins, to the beginning, and that's where all creation comes from. Carl Jung used to talk about the transcendent function, something inside ourselves that wants to break with the day-to-day grind, the banal, the same old, same old. And you never know when you'll have a breakthrough, a hierophany of the sacred, or a cratophany of the power, or the epiphany of the light. But that reorders your whole existence, and once that breaks in, or breaks through, or breaks out, you are never the same. So, once you realize not any one tradition has the sole truth, that the beauty of humanity is the tribal mosaic, the patterns and motifs that describe the individual struggle that we all participate in. And so for me, of course, yoga is the metaphor and the mythology that tries to hook you up to what is consciousness, or what is the word they use for that which is beyond speech and image. It's called the Brahman. Keep practicing and you'll tap into it.